So, ever since I've been in college back all the way in 2016, I've really wanted to come study in Japan. I find it to be such a fascinating, unique country, from the people to the food, and I want to experience what it has to offer and fully immerse myself in the language and culture. Not only to better my Japanese, which I found out is kind of trash, but to make friends, explore the parts of Japan that most tourists don't even get to see. Of course, when I actually tried to apply for one of the exchanges at my school, COVID hit and kind of doo-dooed on those plans. Country totally shut its borders, refused to let any tourists in, and they're still severely limiting entry as of the upload of this video. But after almost 3 years, hundreds of emails, and 4 different program coordinators, I was given the chance to study here at Soka University in Hachioji City. So, Soka University is about 35 kilometers west of Tokyo, right on the outskirts of the city. And yes, I will be using the metric system and Celsius when I talk about things like this, because if I have to suffer and learn it, so do you. So, you can thank the US for that one. And in other videos, I'll make more in-depth videos on current topics and stuff that's interesting. But today, I really wanted to show you the process and what it took to get here, and my 48-hour journey to get where I am as I write this video. So my journey actually began in Atlanta, but in order to get here, I had 2 separate flights, one from Atlanta to LA, and then I hopped on a plane from LA to Haneda Airport in Japan. And it was definitely an adventure. When I landed in LA, I got Panda Express there, which was so much more expensive than in Georgia. It was ridiculous. It came out, I think, all that I got was that stuff, and it came out to almost 30 freaking dollars. So that was rough. But I had time to kill, so I set up my laptop, decided to vibe out and just finish my food, wait for the flight. It was a pretty good experience. And about 1 a.m., we lined up to get on the flight, and as I was walking back to my sad economy class, we passed by first class, which had these beautiful, beautiful cubbies that would have been so nice. Now, the plane itself, I know y'all hear about Japanese stereotypes and how fancy they are, but let me tell you, it's kind of true. Check this out. They had this remote that was plugged into the screen, and it was cool, and it had colors on it that I didn't know what they did, but it was also touchscreen, so I never used it, but still kind of fancy. They had a heck of a lot of beverages for free, all these teas and coffees, alcoholic beverages for free, which I thought was interesting because that's a first class thing I usually thought. And they had this single category for orange juice. I don't know why it was on its own. And also for whatever this thing was, it is aromatic kabosu. Okay, so it looks like kabosu is a rare Japanese citrus that is kind of lemony, super sharp, and it can be used as vinegar. Additionally, it is also the name of the Doge, so fun fact. So finally, at about 1:20 a.m. California time, we started making our way off the runway and towards Japan. The flight was about 11 hours, so yeah, I had a lot of time to kill. And one of the coolest features about this plane that I've never seen before was on the nose of the plane and the bottom of the plane, there were cameras, and they would kind of show you a live view, which didn't really help because it was nighttime and you didn't really get to see anything, but it was cool. We flew over the ocean, said goodbye to the coast of California, and eventually, about 4 hours in, they served us our first meal, which was like a chicken sandwich, banana, and Milano cookie. A little dry, but free food. I'll take it. And then the second meal was a choice between teriyaki chicken and tortellini. And since I felt like I was going to have so much teriyaki, I chose the tortellini. Came with bread, honeydew, pineapple, yogurt. And in the top left here, we have noodles, and it came with a cold noodle sauce. So, very interesting. Little taste of Japan before we landed. And land we finally did at about 3:30 a.m. their time. We landed. I went through customs. It was a pretty simple process, and after that, I sat right here. This is where I waited for the people on the bus to pick me up and bring me to the college. And I looked beautiful, by the way. I looked so greasy. You can see the nice shine on my head and my hair. Unfortunately, this is what I looked like when I first saw them, so that was my first impression out the window. Went looking for a bathroom, found this with all the crazy buttons, one for your butt, one for the front, one to blow air on you. It's crazy. Um, I think a hands-free flush, and they, thank goodness, told me how to use a toilet because I would have been lost, without this. Um, and they also had the traditional squatty potty, which I thought was interesting in the same bathroom. So if you wanted to just get, your legs soaking wet, you could use that. Don't recommend. Baskin Robbins machine right outside with weird flavors. and the all too well known Japanese vending machines, which are just my favorite. I love being able to get apple juice, coffee, Coke, Monster, all from the same thing. Later, I sat down at a cafeteria, got a hot dog and a chicken teriyaki wasabi mayo sandwich. Tasted exactly like you think, and some beef stroganoff too, which was not too bad. So finally, at about 11:30 a.m., the bus comes and picks us up and takes us on our hour-and-a-half drive to Soka University from Haneda Airport. And something interesting about Tokyo is these tunnels. Now, this tunnel specifically, we were in for about 15 minutes, which I thought was just insane. It was like a never-ending tunnel. But eventually we start making our way towards rural Japan, less buildings and more just houses and beautiful fields that are nice and open. And I love the forestry in Japan. It's such a beautiful, lush area despite how many buildings there are. But yeah, after an hour and a half, we finally made it to our dorm, and we were greeted by a bunch of very, very kind Japanese people, and we were talking and having a great time with them. And they took our bags, showed us around, and well, here I am. I finally made it here, all safe and sound. I am moved in, good to go. Dorm is nice, people are cool. I've already met a bunch of cool people. It's awesome here. And I'll show you guys around like the dorm. I've already got like a cool video of the 7-Eleven that is outside and like the cool little trail you have to do to get there. So I got more stuff in the future, but thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. It's kind of keeping me sane to like do these videos because I'm not really used to it being here without anything, so at least they have like some way to like talk to the people back home. So hi all of you guys from Georgia or from wherever you are. Miss y'all. See y'all in the next one. Bye.